it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you are brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another speed build. And I am moving outside of my comfort zone here, and I am back in Oasis Springs trying to work on some more modern or mid-century modern builds for my save file. So I have done like Mediterranean style homes up in that like fancy pantsy area in Oasis Springs, but I haven't done a lot of work down in kind of like the mid-century area. I had one family home that I did, gosh, back when I like started my channel months and months ago. So it's been a hot minute, and I was browsing Pinterest and I found this really cool looking modern kind of like mid-century modern home. So I wish that I knew how to put a picture in this video. I honest to God don't know how to do it with the editing software that I have, but I will try to put a link to the picture down below so you guys can see kind of what I was referencing. But I thought it was really cool, and I thought it was going to work really nicely because of the windows that we got with the Moschino stuff pack and some of the windows that we got with, I think, City Living. Those big ones, those big tall ones there, I honestly don't even know. And of course, the beautiful door that we got with Get Famous. I was so excited to try to bring this picture, this home, to life in The Sims 4. And basically, I just modeled it off of the exterior from the photo. There were no photos from the interior or anything like that, so I kind of just created that on my own, but I thought it was really fun. So this is the basic shape of it. There's a lot of windows, a lot of natural light kind of flowing into this home, which I thought was so beautiful, especially in what becomes the living room. So I absolutely adore it, and I went with kind of like a black and white theme. Granted, the brick isn't exactly white, it might be a little off-white, but I thought that that modern look, that sharpness of the really bold contrast between the black and white was absolutely beautiful. And the landscaping is actually fairly moderate. It's not too sharp, but it's also not too overgrown, which I really liked. I did want to use these flowers here. I think they actually came with Strangerville, but you can see that there are similar flowers around this area in Oasis Springs as well. So I thought that was really beautiful. Of course, I needed to put some palm trees, and of course some of these more manicured shrubs too, and trees, because I thought that that really kind of tied in that sleek modern look without it looking too chaotic and overgrown, like I said. So the exterior comes together really quickly. I think this is honestly pretty much it, and then we end up moving into the interior because the landscaping is rather generous. I just kind of put some lights here on the outside near the front and back door, and I think I try to sort out the backyard a little bit, but I come back to it because I couldn't really think about how I wanted to situate it. I knew I wanted at least like an outdoor seating area and a grill, but aside from that, I didn't really know. So I tried this out. I might change it later on. I honestly can't really remember because, as I just mentioned in the speed build I uploaded yesterday, I have been a little sick. So this is actually something I pre-recorded during that time, and now I'm actually doing the voiceover now that I'm feeling a little teeny weeny bit better. So bear with me as I kind of work through it. But yeah, then I worked out the back. I kind of put some seating areas in the front and on that little balcony upstairs. And then I move on to the interior, which I thought was actually kind of unique. The floor plan's a little weird because there were just so many windows and I couldn't block these giant windows. It would look really awkward if I did. So there is a little half bathroom downstairs, and I use those room dividers right near the front entryway to kind of separate the front door from the living space. And then upstairs there is of course a full bathroom. I put a door there in what kind of looks like the chimney portion. I was gonna make it a walk-in closet, but it just really didn't work. I don't think I end up sticking with that. At least I think I don't. No, I don't think I do, because I don't think it would work very well. And now I was trying to pick a color scheme for the inside. Again, I wanted to kind of go with the black and white, kind of like bold contrast. I thought those wood floors looked nice, but these sleek black wood floors were absolutely beautiful, so I had to stick with them. And then I go with kind of like a combination of black and stainless steel appliances, and I use those Parenthood counters, which I absolutely adore and use all the freaking time, in the white and black swatch. I could have used the vampires one, like the Victorian looking ones, but those look a little too dated, I think, for this kind of modern build, right? Tell me what you guys think. I think they would be a little too dated, so I didn't end up using them. And then I placed an island right here by the stairs, and that's not the only dining section. The little room that has the archway right behind the island is actually the little dining room, and it's all fully functional. I always playtest my build, so you can access every single chair that's in there, even though it's a little teeny weeny bit cramped, at least in my opinion. And I kind of was gonna go for a purple accent throughout. I feel like purple really works with black and white. I don't know why. Maybe I've seen it somewhere, or it just kind of works for me. It just feels right. I don't really know, but there's also some kind of like reds and greens throughout too, because I didn't want to go like hardcore purple throughout the whole thing. But I really like how this kitchen came together. It's kind of challenging to come up with new kitchen ideas, at least for me. So this was kind of different. I had watched SimLissie's build, I think it was one of her townhomes recently in Windenburg, and she went through and she found like these debug cups and stuff like that that wouldn't go bad, and I tried to go ahead and dig through the debug menu and find some of those as well. So I make this little shelf here above the coffee maker a place to kind of like hold all of their mugs and stuff like that. I really wish that we had kind of like a mug rack that could hang on the wall. So in my apartment, I have a mug rack from World Market, which, by the way, if you haven't shopped at World Market and that's your style, you should probably check it out and buy everything, just saying. And basically I can like hang all of my mugs either horizontally or vertically, however I hang that mug rack, and it's just so convenient compared to stuffing them all in a cupboard. That was kind of my thought process in making that shelf. I really wish it could be kind of a mug rack, so I thought it looked really cute. And here I put this little cart. I think it's considered an end table, and I absolutely love it. I think it's from the glamour stuff, like the vintage glamour stuff. That's what it is. I barely ever use that stuff pack, but I love this little side cart. I thought it was really cute and kind of like, I don't know, high fashion. It's very sleek for the kind of build that I was making here. And I use this rug from the Moschino stuff pack, which I don't get to use too often because those objects are pretty loud, but I liked that swatch of rug, so it worked. And then I put this little curtain here on the little archway, which I thought was a nice kind of accent. I don't do that too often, but I thought it was cute here. And now I'm working out the dining section. I was gonna use bright red chairs, but that was a little much. That wasn't a pop of color, that was like overwhelming color. So I used these black chairs from Cats and Dogs with kind of like the reddish, pinkish cushions, I guess you could say. And I used that same rug from the Moschino stuff pack as well, and just kind of switched up the swatch, which I actually used throughout the rest of the build too. I think I use it maybe like 2 or 3 other times, upstairs as well as downstairs, I think. Yeah, I think near the back door, and then upstairs near the patio is when I use it again in different swatches. So I really use that a lot, and I really liked it because it's a very simple rug, which I didn't expect to find with the Moschino stuff pack. Everything is very like loud and has a lot of patterns and stuff like that, but that was really simple, so I really liked it. And then I put these 2 shelves here on this wall and just clutter them up with some books, photo frames, flowers, all that random stuff. And I was thinking that the sim here actually is like a fashion photographer or a journalist of some kind, or maybe just a photographer. I honestly don't really know, but I did put that framed magazine piece up on that shelf, and I think I add another one upstairs as well in kind of the little combined bedroom office area. I honestly can't recall. I think I end up doing that because my thought was this sim is a rather successful photographer, journalist, whatever you want to say, and that he or she, could be either, is just very much into fashion, home decor, like stuff like that. I don't know, just a very trendy, that's the word. A very trendy sim. And this is the little half bath downstairs, so I do clutter it up just a little bit. I don't go too crazy. And then I move on to the living room, which I really adore because I wanted it to look really cozy. And in my opinion, I know not everyone feels this way, but in my opinion, modern living rooms, at least with the modern pieces that we have for like sofas and recliners, stuff like that, not recliners, we don't have that, armchairs, I should say, the modern pieces don't look very comfortable, which is why I'm really hoping that in university we get like couches and stuff with like pillows. I would love pillows. Can I just throw that out there? I would love pillows. Someone else commented on that on my Discover University wish list that they want pillows. I'm with you 110%. But anyway, I don't think a lot of the sofas look very comfortable, so I don't like using them because they don't look cozy and welcoming. And I don't know, I kind of struggled with it a little bit, but I ended up going with this Cats and Dogs couch, which I always use and I love so much. But I did add some mid-century touches with that chair from the bowling stuff pack, as well as the coffee table from Get Famous. And I end up putting curtains on these windows, but even though I do that, there's a lot of natural light that still shines through and spills into that living room, which to me is absolutely beautiful. And I honestly just cannot get over those windows from the Moschino stuff pack. Like, let's just talk about those for a second, because to be honest, Like, in all seriousness, that was probably, in my opinion, that is the best item that we got in that pack. Like, I'm just gonna toss it out there. I think that was the absolute best one. I love those windows. I try to use them as often as possible, especially if I'm doing like a modern or industrial build, which I don't do all the time, right? I try to mix it up, but if I'm going to make a build like that, it's gonna include those windows. So yeah, I love those. And now I'm kind of cluttering up a back end kind of like console table here, and I do add a piano in this corner, just a little keyboard. So even though the sim is very into kind of like publishing, I guess, like whether that is in the journalism career, the fashion photographer career, whatever the case may be, they're a very creative sim. And I feel as though they're a very emotional sim too. So I was I was reading my horoscope today, and well, I'm a Pisces, and we can be, hope you guys didn't just hear my neighbor upstairs. We can be rather emotional, maybe a little erratic. I don't know. But I was kind of thinking that this sim is very much in tune with their emotions, therefore they're very drawn to the creative arts, whether that be with music or photography or even painting. I don't think I gave them an easel, but that could be something to explore as well. I don't know. But that was my thought process for the sim, and now I'm upstairs working on the bedroom. I initially wanted to make it kind of a lofted bedroom, but I couldn't find a good way to do it that worked for me, that kind of felt right. So I didn't make it lofted, but it is very open. So you come upstairs and you land right up in the bedroom, as well as the office. So there's a little kind of like nook where the desk and computer are and stuff like that. And then there's the full bathroom and access to the balcony as well. And then I put two little shelves over the bed here and clutter them up with more plants, more clutter items, some art decorations, all that kind of fun stuff, because I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of a unique thing, I think, to have shelves like that over one's bed. Like, I've never seen that. I've never had that myself. I don't see that often. And that seems like kind of like a modern, cool thing to do. I have no clue if that even makes sense, or if you guys are following my thought process at all. Still kind of sick, so maybe that's why, just not making sense. But now I'm just cluttering up the dresser a little bit with some makeup products and some hair products. Again, even though I use those items, I want to be like super clear that any sim of any gender identity obviously can live in a house like this, right? Like, that does not have to belong to just a female sim. Same with the color scheme. So always keep that in mind. Even though I may have been envisioning a female sim, because that's just typically how I play, honestly. Like, I usually play with female sims. I don't usually play with male sims that often unless I'm doing family gameplay. So that's usually me. But that's just my preference. So any sim can live here. Just wanted to completely and like directly say that out loud. And now I'm working on the little office area, and there are little shelves and these cupboards above the desk, which I haven't done before. I have seen other people do this, and I wanted to try it out to see how I felt with putting those cupboards above there, just as like additional storage, because I kind of think, like, in my apartment we have like a linen closet, there's a coat closet, and all these other kind of like little storage areas. And the only way to make those things in The Sims is if they're non-functioning, first off. But second, I kind of feel like those pieces are still missing and they should be there, right? So I wanted to put those cupboards above the desk, and I really do like how it came out. And then I just put kind of like a more modern lounger sofa here, again from the Moschino stuff pack. So even though this is very modern, not really my style, and doesn't really look very comfortable, I still thought it kind of fit upstairs. I kind of thought it fit the vibe that I was going for. So you guys will have to let me know what you think. And then I add another stand-up mirror here on the wall with a plant just to kind of tie it all in. And I was going to change the location of the other stand-up mirror, but I ended up moving the one on the wall because I wanted to get this bookcase from the Moschino stuff pack as well. And really, it's because there are like records that are leaning on one side, and then there's that plant that kind of drapes over the side. I adore it, and I want to use this bookshelf all of the freaking time for those little elements, those little touches. And I just had to fit it in here. I thought it fit perfectly. And then I clutter up the shelves here too with some more plants and some more books and some more stuff and things, because I love clutter. I love filling empty spaces. And that is pretty much it for the video, just wrapping up the full bathroom here. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, it's not a comfortable style for me, so let me know what you think, and I will catch you next time I post a video. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
I didn't know back again. Cause we had love enough, a bit of time, a bit of luck.